kind of want to show a video of this stuff. It's pretty cool. So this is that I posted an image of liver of sulfur in the Facebook group, and I want to show you this. It's been a while since I kind of shared this, so not many people probably went and saw that video, but I do have a video on my YouTube that shows how to make this stuff. I'm just kind of showing you the demonstration of it. So I have a ring that has no patina on it. Looks like a dark spot, but it's not. No patina. This is that liver of sulfur that I made, and I could paint it on if I wanted to, so I could just go like this and just paint it. And you can see I can paint it in areas that I want that to be darker if I wanted to, and it instantly turns black. It's so concentrated. Another good way to do this is treat it like watercolors. So here's some water. So I get the whole ring wet. And then I can paint. And this time it'll be a nice brown and kind of blend in a little bit more. If I want the whole ring patinaed in, so this is super concentrated stuff, so I can just shove it in there, and I'll put just a little bit, not much. And you can see it sink to the bottom, so sulfur doesn't go well with water, it just sinks to the bottom of it. And once the oxygen hits this thing, it'll start just turning instantly brown, but a nice brown, and it kind of blends in everything now. So it looks like I gotta fade some of that in there now. What I really like is the fact that you can get this stuff wet and then just kind of paint it on. I should be wearing gloves. It does tingle a little bit if you get in a cut. Maybe because it's made of low concentrations of sodium hydroxide, which will dry out your hands pretty bad. And then I can stick that in my tumbler if I wanted to, or just, dip it again, and the more you dip it, the more oxygen hits it, the darker it'll become. So, it's a very versatile liquid. This right here will last me so long. The one thing is you cannot keep it uncovered for very long, so maybe in about 2 hours what'll happen is it'll turn back to like almost a water. Of course, don't drink it, but it's inert. It won't work anymore. But you keep it covered up in a mason jar, one of these little mason jars. I think these are like 8 ounce, something like that. It works out good. Again, there's a video, I'll put it in the kind of description below on how I made this. It is quite toxic how you make it, but with one batch you could easily make about 12 to 20 of these. And if you have friends that need liver of sulfur and you don't feel like going to Michael's or Joann's for $7 for a little tiny bottle of low concentrated liver of sulfur, this stuff right here, this stuff blows. This is the worst stuff ever. Why did they sell this? Good times. So I'm glad they did sell this stuff because it motivated me to learn how to make this stuff. So yay, good job. Hope you had fun. Just wanted to share with that with you. Alright, so I don't make this stuff a whole lot, so I want to share with you while I have the equipment out on how to set this up. This is how to make homemade liver of sulfur. And one of the things is liver of sulfur is expensive. It's like for 2 ounce, it's about $6. So for I don't know, like this whole bag, this is a bag of sulfur, but it's mixed with calcium, I think this was like $3, and I think this was like $9, but trust me when I say you will never make that much. I mean, like, it'll be so much liver sulfur you can actually tint the Statue of Liberty 3 times if you wanted to. So here's a hard way and a easy way to do this. The hard way is to get this. This is fast-acting liver sulfur. This is good if you want to go to a hardware store and get this stuff. And then what you do is you add water to it over and over and over again and strain it out using a strainer until you get this. Okay? Now for about $10 you can go online and get yourself a bag of sulfur, like 10 pounds for $10. It's pretty cheap stuff. Of course, make sure when you use this stuff, don't get any on your hands. Don't eat afterwards. Make sure you wash your hands very good. It will make you entirely ill. Okay, so just, I've never done it, but I know that that's what it does. Sulfur's not really that good digested wise. So this stuff and this stuff, 100% lye. For this project, you'd also need a really good respirator, and I'm talking like super good respirator. Check something for chemical acid. I've actually posted a few pictures of my respirator in other videos, so it just kind of motivates you to go check those out. Maybe I'll put something in the description below on what respirator I use. You should always have a respirator like that if you're using any of these chemicals anyway, so it's a good investment if you are into chemistry. This is a saw blade and a hot plate underneath it, so that's pretty low profile, meaning podunk. This is a 2-inch cap, and what you do is you add half of the 2-inch cap of sulfur, let it heat up till it's red and bubbly, and then you add household dry cleaner to it, 100% lye, and then you find yourself something you'll never ever use again, other than just use it for this project. This is a melon baller, and it works really well for this. So you stir it up with your respirator on, of course. Then you fill mason jars with about 3/4 of a whey with distilled water. I use distilled because if you have minerals with this stuff, it'll actually make this stuff super potent, almost annoyingly potent. It'll turn everything absolutely pitch black just by the slightest drop, because it interacts with the minerals, and if you want to make it that strong, all you do is have to find some steel shot or ball bearings, put 1 ball bearing in here along with this, and it'll turn it into super black awesome patina. So if you do want it black, that's a good way to do it. So what you do is you use the small melon baller end and get yourself about a 1/2 scoop. You can't screw this up, and then drop it into the water. When it interacts with the water, it might splash up. That's why I use a melon baller, because you can go like that and it doesn't splash back up on you. Nothing worse than getting burned with sulfur. So if I made it sound scary enough yet, yeah, it is kind of scary. But again, you get your money out with the amount of liver sulfur you have, and I'm going to share with you a good demonstration on what this stuff can do. So again, you heat that until it turns red, bubbly. Add that, stir, wait a couple minutes, 1/2 a scoop of melon ball into a 3/4 of a mason jar. I think these are 8-ounce mason jars. And then put the lid on right away, because it interacts with the carbon in the air, and it will make it inert after a while. So after 2 hours of leaving the lid open, this stuff will turn back to almost an inert water. Of course, don't drink it, but it won't have any sulfur left in it. Cool. So I hope you enjoyed. This is not a live demonstration, because obviously if this thing was going, I'd have to have my respirator on, and yeah, it's kind of hard to talk with that and going on with the camera too. So I hope you enjoyed.